Hi, I'm Adriana Baranek. You're watching UseWise YouTube channel. I'm CEO of Mladen, and here with me is Mladen and Adriana, our CTO.
Hi.
So today's topic is cybersecurity and the public cloud. Cybersecurity is a pretty hot topic due to various problems that many companies have with security. And the fact is that public cloud is one of the solutions to your cybersecurity problems. Can you please tell us more about it, Mladen?
We are faced with a number of security breaches that are affecting our everyday lives. So there were high scale issues with oil pipelines, with hospitals, with government agencies, and with many private companies where either ransomware or other forms of malicious security threats were deployed in enterprises. And one common theme is that most of those companies used on-prem solutions and had very troublesome security practices. So with public cloud, internet, mobile phones, there are new security requirements that are far more complex and far more demanding than what enterprises have with firewalls and their security policies. Even protocols change. So in old world, there are a lot of network security and other concepts that are not really applicable in public cloud. So in public cloud, applications must be secured and people have to use tools that are secure. So one of main vectors used by perpetrators is email. So with legacy on-prem email solutions, there are a lot of issues, not only spam, clickjacking, and social engineering, in a sense that you can be tricked by crafted emails that represent some person from your company telling you to do some action and stuff like that. So there are solutions for all of those problems in public cloud, from taking care that emails are properly encrypted, signed, and that you are ensured of original sender. So that can be set up with modern technologies, to sandboxing links, content, proxying images. And so for example, when public cloud email clients are accessing images, they do not directly present you the image from email. Instead, they are proxying the image from a sandbox. So if there is any executable content, malware or whatever within image, it will not be executed on your device. So with mobile phones, it becomes even more important to use public cloud, since mobile phones are relying on a lot of public cloud technologies, and if you combine them with their on-prem solutions, most probably you are exposing yourself to unnecessary risk.
Yeah. So in a way, companies are using old tools to combat the threats that are far beyond their understanding, their ability to invest in security. And it is, we can also say that the topic that we covered many times, and link to one of these videos will be shown at the end of this video, internet versus internet. So basically, companies think that having an intranet is making them more secure, but in fact it is bringing them more risks and more problems. One of the reasons is because public cloud providers have teams of hundreds of people that have PhDs that have dedicated their lives to cybersecurity, and they really can not only conquer today risks but anticipate future risks that will just come along. And companies, they can maybe have, I don't know, one or two people that are really well educated in the area, but two people can never master time and knowledge and everything that is needed to be that good in cybersecurity. And most of those tools that are being used by the public cloud are basically not possible to have in the enterprise environment. One of the things that I wanted to talk about is when we talk about public cloud, there can of course be problems with cybersecurity in the public cloud, but those problems are more related to your company business processes that are lacking, and human factor that can always I don't know, like somebody can always give out your username, password, and your mobile phone to some perpetrator, and somebody can do bad
But
things.
even that would be most
Yeah,
probably detected and prevented in
yeah,
public cloud.
yeah. Which is
With public cloud, there are different set of difficulties.
yeah,
So most breaches in public cloud are due to wrong access rights.
yeah.
So if you allow public access to your database or to your data,
Yeah, but that is again the human factor, in fact.
yes, but it can be technological factor as well.
As well, yeah.
So some public providers had issues with providing database services where their customers were not aware the database is actually publicly accessible, and
Yeah.
so but it's a completely different landscape from on-prem or hybrid environments that have a lot of issues with
Yeah.
ransomware, with identity theft, and so it's a really a big problem of legacy applications not being secure, relying on network security and all technologies like firewalls to protect your data, and not having proper protocols in use to ensure user authentication
Yeah.
and authorization. So
Yeah.
we saw a limited number of companies using two-step authentication, and that there seems to really be an issue with modern cryptographic solutions that at least administrators should use to manage their keys, but instead it seems that people like to use some tools to store their credentials and stuff like that. It's not really so there are challenges in public cloud as well, but it's a completely different landscape from
and
from on-prem, and it's much more secure.
and many companies basically come from the old world, and then they think that they have to solve the same problems in the public cloud as they did on-prem, which is in fact then creating more problems because they are not in fact taking care of those things that are specific for the public cloud.
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, we are working in the field of cybersecurity with regard to the public cloud. And if you have some questions, please let us know. We have office hours on Friday, so you can book us and speak with us, and we can discuss your specific issues. Do you have something else to add?
Yeah, for start, we have our own application for a Google Workspace, and soon we'll have for Office 365 that can check your security settings in DNS. But we also have partnership with the company that can provide you feedback based on a list of your users, of how many of them have breached
Yeah.
passwords, login attempts, and how many of your user accounts may be compromised. So
Yeah.
it is one good metric to see where you stand with your cybersecurity.
Yeah.
So if you feel that is useful, please contact us on Friday and
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
drop us an email.
Yeah, we'll also make a specific video with them so that they can also be introduced to you and tell you more about their company. So thank you so much. Contact us, let us know what your troubles are in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you very soon. Thank you, Mladen.
Bye.
Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.